Live, 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 live. We are live. All right, let's go here. Hit the record button for the greatest, most epic, wonderful, your sports show's favorite sports show is the Academy Sports Show here live on YouTube.com. Make sure you follow us because we appreciate everybody that's in our live feed. We appreciate everybody listening via, of course, this pop up. I'm gonna leave it there. Via iTunes or SoundCloud. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are far too kind. Kyrie is prepared to sign with the Brooklyn Nets all season. All right, we were gonna talk about it because we're gonna talk about it.
True report got it. Might be true.
See, look, and now it's now it paused. Can we just like starting off? Are we back? All right, we didn't lose nothing. Check. All right, I think it looks weird.
It looks like we're live.
Yeah, but they don't stop. The waves don't look right. Check. All right, maybe I should talk louder. All right, so we got all these great topics coming to you live because right now we are in the middle of the beginning of Game 6 of the NBA Finals is on the way. Do you want a Game 7 of these great finals? Great drama has happened. Kevin Durant plays. Kevin Durant goes out. Whose fault is it? Is it Kevin Durant's fault? Is it the Warriors' fault? Is Clay going to have Game 6 Clay? That thing just popped up. It's a lot of things happening tonight that we got to put our fingerprint on, as well as look back at the series and see all the games that we missed. Because last time we spoke, it was only Game 3, people. So we got 4 and 5 to talk about and how those things transpired, as well as these trade rumors, free agency rumors, and all the things going on with the association. The greatest male drama this side of the Young and the Restless. But you want to get all our socials, of course. You would have saw the rundown if you followed us on IG at Academy Sports Show and Facebook at Academy Sports Show. Make sure you listen to us at SoundCloud.com. Search Academy Sports Show. Look for our faces. Click the follow. Look for our faces on the podcast Purple app on iTunes. On your iPhone. Search for our faces. Find us. Subscribe to us. Like us. Love us. Download all our episodes. Rate us. Let the iTunes know that this is your sports show's favorite sports show. And then, of course, the YouTube is where you can get a hold of us if you want to see us live and in living color, or just watch our faces afterwards. You can go to YouTube. Search Academy Sports Show. Search our faces and click it, like it, love it, and hit that notification bell. Because as soon as Joel went live, my phone went off because you know why? Because I clicked the notification bell. I'm your host, Andre Douglas. And sitting next to me is your host, Joel Williams.
That was a great job, sir. I like how you connected those. My phone went off too. I like that. You connected that. What's good, everybody? It's a Thursday in the D. It was only 62 degrees today. It rained on us. But it's been 70s. It's been 80s. I'm not complaining. A little rain don't hurt nobody.
Don't hurt nobody.
What's up tonight? Game 6. You heard the man. You heard what we need to discuss. We must cover it. It is the soap opera that is the association. Game 6 tonight. We're going to talk about that tonight. Give our predictions coming up tonight. Who we think is going to win? Will there be? Won't there be? Game 7. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what I think in a minute and kind of let you know. Just my opinion. Haven't been right lately. But I'm going to try this again one more time because I have been beaten into submission. But really? So, also, you've heard the news. I'm sure you've been watching. AD trade rumors back up. They flared up again. Where might he be? Talking Lakers, talking Celtics. Got to get into that a little bit. Got to share our thoughts on that. KD, he's really injured now. All right, he's gone. Okay, torn Achilles. Had surgery, successful surgery, came out of surgery. Everybody has given their opinion this week on what they think about should he play, should he have not played, whose fault is it that he played. We're going to give our opinions tonight. And I have a feeling that We might disagree, but I have a feeling somebody out there in listening land is definitely going to disagree. But we will give our opinions on that. So it's that and much, much more tonight on the Academy Sports Show, live before Game 6. Tips off around 9:10 p.m. Already, we got people jumping in live feeds. You're in my Facebook feed. Welcome. Remember, 10-minute clock on this feed. After 10 minutes, we go into our YouTube feed. So please make sure that you jump over to YouTube, go to Academy Sports Show page, click on the live feed. We are there. Kobe already commented. He's calling Golden State is winning tonight, and he says KD needs to just stay in Golden State. Hey, you're entitled to your opinion. We're going to give ours. We're going to tell you whether or not we agree or disagree, and then you can tell us whether or not you agree or disagree. But all that and much, much more tonight on the Academy Sports Show podcast live. A lot of everything tonight.
Put your phone on, and then they put one of them girl filters on, and you don't know how that happens.
Yeah, but I know that's not gonna work though. You're trying to stand it up on the charger.
Yeah, but it needs the charger. Yeah. Okay, I guess
that you can stand there and hold it all you want to.
Get up. All right, but we love to pay the bills here at Academy Sports Show. If you want to be a sponsor or an affiliate or anything like that, you just want to connect, hit us up, Academy Sports Show 2S is at gmail.com. Get back to you. But our sponsors here are Vaughn's Plumbing, both licensed and insured. Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices. Whether it's just getting up the cold, waterproofing, or just daily home services, call the man.
313-304-7786.
VaughnsPlumbing.com also gives you quotes for all the services that they provide, as well as a map of the areas that they service. But we just call them.
Yeah, that's it. 313-304-7786.
And tell them the guys from the Academy Sports Show sent you. They say, oh, those guys over there? Oh, those guys over there. No, I'm the real MVP.
Also, don't forget, if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, lease, or invest in real estate, or maybe you're just looking for a career change and you need a job, call my man Nick Bowers and his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. You want to let the home team help you with your real estate needs. Go to their website at thehometeamusa.com or on Facebook at The Home Team. That's The Home Team, a team you can depend on. Call Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. Again, that's Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. KW Lakeside, The Home Team. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you're in his IG live.
That's our IG live.
Wow. On behalf of the Academy Sports Show, we are sorry about the vibration taking place. That email address, I'll text it to you too. It's Academy Sports Show, 2 S's. Academy Sports Show, 2 S's, at gmail.com to become a sponsor. We appreciate that. Also, if you're in my live feed, one more time, don't forget, 10-minute clock on this live feed. You got to jump from here over to YouTube. All right, so go to YouTube, look us up, Academy Sports Show, click in the live feed. You'll be there. Hey, Tiff. All right,
well, let's get down to business. Of course, we know Game 6 is tonight. Of course, we know the ramification of Game 6. The Golden State Warriors are down 3-2 right
now. Win or go home.
Win or go home for them. Last game in Oracle. All that jazz, yada, yada, yada. But let's get to some of the side stuff before we set the plate. All right, so free agency is upon us on July 1st?
June 30th
June 30th, okay, yes. They moved it up. And so there's a guy by the name of Anthony Davis who tried to put in, I don't know if you heard, but he requested a trade around the trade deadline during this year.
Really? I didn't know that.
Took about, a couple weeks, and then, there was no trades happening, so he's still in New Orleans.
And you saw what happened to the Lakers.
A lot of people, just blew in the flames after that. Well, those trade rumors are come back up. David Griffin, the new GM, said he was going to try to keep AD around. I guess AD was very blunt, or should we say Rich Paul was very blunt about where AD wanted to go and where he did not want to be anymore. So now these rumors have resurfaced. Now these Laker players are back under fire. And then the recent thing is Rich Paul has came out and told the Celtics is if they trade for him, it will just be for 1 year. I want you to know that. It will be for 1 year. How do you feel about these tactics to get AD to the Lakers? And are you sick of hearing this and you just want it gone already?
I'm sick of hearing it. I want it gone. I'm glad you gave me that choice. Like, first of all, tampering? Can we?
He's an agent.
I know, but can't we? We can't let anything go on behind closed doors anymore. We can't. The purity of all of this is just gone now. We can't even let drama be drama. We can't wonder anything. Like, now it's, hey, Celtics, we're only going to give you a 1-year rental. Like, we're just going to say that in the public and let it be. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to make an outlandish statement, and I don't understand all the hype, but I still don't feel like wherever he goes makes them a champion.
Wow.
I don't
see him as a top
10, I see him as a
7
piece.
person.
I see him as a top 10 person, but he can't do it by himself. He can go be somebody's number 2 and make them a contender.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thought is
he's not the over-the-top guy.
If you trade him to Boston, you might be able to keep Kyrie.
You might be able to keep Kyrie.
Or pair him with Tatum, and that will take you over the hump. If you trade him to the Lakers, you pair him with LeBron. He's a piece to help you get over the hump. I don't think nobody's trading for him just as their prime.
Yeah, to me, Nick said, save the drama for your mama. I'm tired of hearing about this situation. I just feel like it's super hyped for more than what it just feels like it's worth to me. Like, I do feel like he puts a team in contention. Clearly, if he goes to the Lakers, that makes them better. But it doesn't, to me, it don't make them the best in the West until we see what free agency does. Mm-hmm. If he goes to Boston and there's no Kyrie, I don't think Boston gets out of the East still. I think him and Jason Tatum are still young guys trying to make it. I think you need Kyrie in that situation. He needs a bona fide dog to go over the top. And it feels like he's trying to command like that top level attention. And it just, I don't know, something about it just feels just off to me. Maybe it's because it's just all being kind of put out there the way it is. I just don't care for it.
So public, and the agent is in front of it.
Absolutely.
Let me put this in another terms, because in football, I remember you didn't really hear about the Willens and Dylans behind football.
Right.
But who's the agent? Who's the most public agent in football that people can't stand but gets things done for his players?
Drew Rosenhaus.
Drew Rosenhaus.
Yeah.
Once he made himself a figure,
and
he gained all these high-profile talent.
Yep.
But he got stuff done.
Yeah.
But people didn't like the way he went about it.
Right.
And I think that's the same thing with Rich Paul in the NBA. It's just too out there. A lot of agents,
matter.
You don't know a lot of agents.
Right.
You know, Rock Nation is a whole thing. You don't know who the face is.
I'm not supposed to be caring about your agent.
So for the simple fact of they're I'm trying to find the right words. He's trying to push his talent to one place and one place only.
Right.
And he's using the media to do that. It just seems icky that way.
Yeah, you're right. I just don't like it. Doesn't feel pure anymore. Like the simplicity of it's gone. And I don't know. I feel some type of way. I'm tired of it. Like
I was
tired of it before.
I respect his come up.
Yeah.
I respect everything like
Absolutely.
that. I just don't like the way he did it.
Yeah, and you trying to be the trailblazer, do it differently. I get it. Just hang out, bro. Let him go wherever. Eve says Stephen A. Smith said LeBron and AD will win championship next year. I disagree. Like, to me, I can't make that statement right now. Talk to me in October when the season starts and we know who's where.
Yeah.
Like, when I look at the teams out west, then I'll tell you whether or not I feel like they can win one, because the balance of power might shift to the east over the summer. It might still be out west. Clay may stay. You just don't know what could happen.
Right.
And we all know that the NBA has its way of making things the way it is. So I can't give him a championship yet.
Definitely hard to say. We'll talk about KD's injury and that impact, but just as is, like if Clay stays, Golden State is still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if Kawhi leaves and he goes to the Clippers were a playoff team this year.
Right.
He adds to that.
Right. And clearly he can take a team to a final.
Right. And then Dallas gets Porzingis back.
Right.
So all these players and all these moves, you don't know what the secondary free agent is going to do. You don't know what Tobias Harris is going to do.
Right.
You don't know what Jimmy Butler is going to do. Not calling him second class, but you don't know what Jimmy Butler is. He going to stay? Is he go?
Right.
You don't know if Kemba Walker is going to take a pay cut or if he's going to go somewhere else.
Which word on the street today on ESPN is that he's going to give the Hornets the first stab at it.
Yeah. So you never know. So it'll be hard to say. AD and Bron and nothing else. It does sound very good.
It sounds good.
It sounds good. You gotta see the pieces around it.
Yeah.
Now the point that I always put up is, if he had a second star when he took those 18 or whatever many games that was, they still would have been floating. They still would have been cruising. Would have been 5, 6, 7 seed.
Right.
So having another guy there, it helps.
Absolutely.
It helps. It would have helped their seeding. It would have helped put LeBron back in the playoffs.
Yep.
And all those other things. So I like AD to the Lakers. The league doesn't like the Lakers being good all the time. And if you're the Pelicans, it's like, do you help the Lakers be good? But
in your conference,
I think them getting the number 1 pick can ease that though.
Oh, absolutely.
Because now
Zion, y'all got Zion.
You're gonna get Zion.
Oh, for sure.
So you're gonna sell tickets.
Yep.
You're gonna be on national television regardless. You're going to have him at the dunk contest representing the Pelicans.
Yep.
You're going to have him at All-Star Weekend representing the Pelicans, whether it's the All-Star or the rookie game. You're going to have representation through Zion Williamson. So you're not losing a guy and just getting a bunch of pieces and hoping that you just stick around. You're going to have a guy regardless.
Right.
So losing him to the Lakers probably don't hurt that much. But if you still want to stick it to him, you just try to get everybody that you can.
Yep. I agree. I think if I'm the GM, if I'm David Griffin, get what you're supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you fleece somebody, get what you feel like you deserve to get. One, because they're trying to screw you over, bro. So be the man and go for what you know.
And by that,
I mean Rich Paul and AD.
Yeah.
They're trying to screw you out. So do what you want to do, man. Get what you need to get. And if you don't think you can get it, he's another year in New Orleans with Zion.
And at the end of the day, your fan base is going to be happy.
Right.
Because they're going to draft Zion Williamson.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you get 5 years of Zion. Yep. Regardless of who else goes in this trade.
Absolutely.
So, same thing. And then also on free agency, so we saw a trade earlier this week where the Nets got rid of a lot of cap room.
Yep.
They traded away a guys, traded away a lot of draft picks. And I think it was Alan Crabb who had like a horrible contract when they were giving out those horrible contracts a couple years ago to the Hawks. And now they have enough cap space for two max guys.
Yep.
So before KD went down, the whole thing was Kyrie wants to go to the Nets.
Yep.
And he's trying to get KD to come.
New Jersey. Yep.
Right. It's still New York, but it's a better ownership, better coaching, nice young talent, everything like that. So if Brooklyn goes ahead, they have this cap space and they let D'Angelo Russell go, they got the cap space to sign 2 big guys.
Right.
KD gets it.
Yeah.
So before we hit the impact of KD as a whole, do you think Kyrie should think about more of where should he go for himself now instead of trying to pair himself with him and KD? Because regardless, if he gets KD to go anywhere with him, it's still him for a year.
Yeah, I think it's got to be self anyway. Like, I think he just got to be about him. Yes, they're going to talk. Yes, they are talking about who's where and can we team up. But Kyrie's definitely got to think about the best situation for him. And it's not Boston. That just does not work.
Didn't fit.
But he's got to consider the Knicks. He's got to consider the Nets. Because remember, the Knicks are RJ Barrett and Kyrie and Dennis Smith Jr. Mm-hmm. Unless they somehow get into the trade game. It is guard heavy. But you can go there.
A lot of guards.
You can go there and maybe not have a so great year and maybe get you something next year or get into the flow of things at the trade deadline. Maybe KD decides to go where. I think Kyrie definitely has a tough decision now because based on what we heard, based on what we're hearing, it was him and KD. Mm-hmm. If that's true, then he does have to be really about himself first and see if KD is going to make that move. I mean, we got to really consider, does KD even just take a year and stay in Golden State? So as we talk about that injury, those are factors to consider. So Kyrie is definitely kind of out there on an island. Does he go to LA? It's unfortunate. Do it. I think that's weird, but
Bleacher
Report just posted a story on IG saying per sources and per this guy who I never heard that guy before. I do trust Bleacher Report. I don't trust some of the people that they post from. But yeah, but it is technically. But supposedly Kyrie is focused on the Nets. That's his first choice. So we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely got to be about himself now. He cannot. He. Do you call Kyrie, KD? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You ask, hey man, I'm willing to play a year without you.
Right.
What's the recovery time? What you looking at? What you trying to do? Are you trying to get back early? Are you,
Yeah, but like, is that worth it? Like, you go to a franchise that like any of these franchises we're talking about right now, other than the Lakers, they suck. The Lakers suck, but at least there's another guy there, healthy, ready to go.
Sure.
If you go to the Knicks, it's just you and the Knicks.
True.
And everybody's wondering when KD's coming back to help you because you're sucking right now.
Right.
If you go to the Nets, it's you. Do they keep D'Angelo Russell for another year? Do they it's flux? Can you two work it out, or do they cut him because they got to sign KD? Now it's really just you and Spencer Dinwiddie.
So they can't have Kyrie, D'Angelo, and KD.
I think you gotta renounce D'Angelo's rights to make room for a second spot.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's how that goes. So if they renounce his rights, then you got the 2 spots.
And then he comes back for lesser pay.
D'Angelo will go get paid somewhere else.
Yeah, he deserves it. Go get your money.
Yeah, he'll get paid somewhere else. So like if they get confirmation, they probably got confirmation that at least 1 or 2 is coming, right? And like you said, Kyrie said, "Hey, I'm coming, and I'm trying to bring somebody with me, but you gotta have a space for it." If you're the Nets, moving old boy to the Hawks don't hurt you, right? He wasn't like a huge piece,
right?
So you make it accessible for you get 2 people.
Oh, absolutely.
You sign Kyrie, you get the okay from Kyrie, like I can get KD here. All right, so then we'll renounce old boy, and then we'll free up that money. But if old boy ain't saying he coming, we're gonna keep our all-star.
Yeah, no, I get like the Nets move. I think they're in a good spot.
They're in a good spot.
Either way, it's just Kyrie, if your whole intention was pairing up,
I think
the one pair was KD. So now that KD is hurt, the Lakers are back in.
My point going into it is those 2 teams, it's really just you and the whole media speculating when is KD coming back because you need help. Instead of just going to the Lakers
and being in LeBron's shadow again.
But here's the thing. They work so well on court together. Like they have great on-court chemistry.
I agree with you, but that's the reason you left in the first. That's the part. That's why I keep saying that's weird to me. You left because you had this issue with being his side piece. You left for that same reason. Now you're going back. That to me, no matter how we try to paint it, oh, he's grown up, he's matured now. He gets something about that. Just don't jive with me, man. Like. You gonna go back? You could have stayed in Cleveland for 2 more years, bruh.
That's what you really upset
about. Hey, might be, but I'm just saying.
Listen, some people find out the grass ain't always green.
The grass ain't never greener. They told. That's a true saying. Listen, from now on, if you want to know is it greener, no.
But listen, I think that would be the perfect pair. If I'm Kyrie, now you got to start thinking. Man, this impact to Kevin really impacts my decision. So maybe I was thinking about it the wrong way, and I have to really think about myself and what makes me happy and where I can win at. And I think the only place on that list
is LA.
Unfortunately. Because, Boston, y'all was at least playoff worthy. Y'all was good, and that didn't work out. And you had issue with the young guys. New York is full of young guys. The Nets are full of young guys.
Yeah, but if you play it, I get it, but
it's just
you're going back to the place that you said.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta eat humble pie.
Okay.
Sometimes you just gotta do it.
That's true. I'll stay off of it because I'm gonna repeat myself, and I can't.
All right. Well, let's talk about KD's injury. First, not on the series, but just his free agency impact. Where does this? We already see the ripple effect now, right? We already see the ripple effect of other free agents, where they're going to go, teams making room, teams thinking about should they pay him this $38 million redshirt year? Where do you think KD's mind is now in free agency? What do you want to see him do? What do you think he'll do? I think those are all different questions.
Yeah. I mean, clearly it's weird now because of the tear. I've been contemplating this since it's like on every show, like the debate has gone on. I feel like he should take the 1 year in Golden State.
Okay.
Because of the familiarity with staff, training, facility, and everything, and just take the 1 year off, rehab with people you trust. Because
opt in.
So opt in your 1 year.
Do 1 year for all the money.
It's a player option, so you can pick up your player option. I think at like 31 mil or something like that. Opt in, get your 31 mil, make your money, rehab it. Next year, pre-draft, you'll be able to work out, do whatever. Everybody will see you're ready, and then you make your move. Just take the year. I think because we know the injury is going to take a long recovery time. We know clearly you rush back from this calf injury, and here's what happened. If you rush back from this is one of the weaker ligaments in the body. You could re-injure. You don't want that to happen. Nobody wants to see that. So why not take your time, make the 31 mil, and go. Now, I think he's got till the 29th to do that. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't get to because if he could play both sides, I would play both sides. I would wait to see. But if you hear through the grapevine that there's somebody out there that's willing to give you that money and let you redshirt a year, and you like the location, then you take it. And so
isn't that? I think that's added pressure.
No. He's a superstar. He's
paid you a year to sit down. Now you really got to deliver. Not only did you have to deliver before, like the Knicks give him 5 years, $200-something million. Not only did we let you just sit on this 40 mil real fast.
Yeah.
But now you got to come back and really deliver.
Yeah, but for KD, that you delivered already. So that there's no more pressure to add to your life.
No, there's plenty.
What is it?
To bring a franchise from mediocrity to a championship.
Well, the Nets aren't that. They're a playoff team.
But they weren't sniffing.
Oh no, they
wake up in the morning.
They're not granddaddy's Nets either.
No, they're not.
They're not. They used to be the laughing stock of the league. So that's not LeBron Cleveland pressure.
Okay.
Like he's never gonna have that amount of pressure unless he goes back to the Wizards, or Bullets. Who are they now? What are they now? The Wizards? What are they? Washington? So unless you go back to them,
who are they now?
That's the only thing to me that hometown pressure. But to me, if you find out there's somebody out there like the Nets, like the Knicks, you get that big market where that turnover is beautiful after that, and you probably are running into a situation where maybe there's another guy there, then make it happen, Kevin. But that's the risk. He's either going to say opt out and get nothing, right? Because he can opt out and then nobody offers him, and then he's rehabbing on no paycheck. Or you can take the 31 mil. Speaking from a man who doesn't make 31 million a year, I'm probably taking the 31 million and rehabbing a year, knowing that next season, who am I up against in free agency?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. I'm running with that. That's how I feel about what he should do about his rehab is go ahead, take your year with Golden State, and shoot, maybe you stay in Golden State.
And that's where I'm going. So
we're synergy.
I think that
Facebook feed's going down in a second. Jump over to YouTube, please. Please look us up, Academy Sports Show on YouTube. We're talking KD right now. Click the live feed. We're there.
I think his injury gave him hella clout.
Oh, absolutely.
So
he's got that presidential sympathy.
Yeah, I think so. So I think you take the 5-year, whatever max they can offer you at Golden State.
Okay.
And you rest the year at Golden State, and
you come back and ball.
Just come back and ball.
Okay.
Because
so he doesn't get the super max, he gets the mini super max.
Right. So
180 or whatever. 192.
And then they give Clay his max, and
Yep.
he just riding the left
And the
tackle.
three of y'all.
Because right now,
killing.
as an
The league would be
organization,
pissed.
as an organization, you already put out there, thanks GM, that if we got to blame anybody, blame you.
Yeah.
Okay, I blame you. Right? So you already feel some type of way. And then you don't want to let them go and rehab and go somewhere else. If you're KD, you're already familiar with these doctors and things like that,
Right.
which is another layer within itself. But if I'm him, I think all this whole year of speculation of where he went is for naught now.
Yep.
Just re-up with Golden State. Stay there. Because what I spoke to about the added pressure, right? Not only so if you signed with the Knicks after this season, 100% healthy, you had a weight on your shoulders to make that the Mecca again, to rise that from the ashes and make them make deep playoff runs and hopefully contend for a championship.
Right.
Now you're going there to rehab.
A guy in his shoes probably doesn't mind that, though. That's what they live for.
That's what we're talking about, Kevin Durant here. So
I'm trying to be empathetic for the guy.
you are, but he's still the same. Still Kevin Durant, which I'm going to go and
the most misunderstood.
when we talk about blame, his mindset had a lot to do with that. So if you go to the Knicks, not only are you sitting a year collecting a paycheck, the media, the news, the newspapers are going to be hounding like, when is he coming back? When are you going to help? Yep. Another year. The savior's coming at the end of this year. Like he's going to come out. Like that is really added pressure.
Assuming they're horrible, right? Assuming RJ Barrett
knowing they're going to be horrible. Because there'll be a team full of first and second year guys and Dennis Smith Jr. If they don't get a real person, I don't think DeAndre Jordan's going to resign. So it's just more pressure, more on your shoulders.
Right.
And if I'm his camp, I'm like, bro, like you don't want to rehab under that. You want to rehab in the most chill experience ever. You want to rehab where there's no pressure for you to come back. You want to rehab where everybody in the organization, players included, have your back. And with this recent injury, he has gained more clout with the Golden State Warriors. Steph, Clay just wrote a super long post, give him all the praise in the world. The banners are because of him. Like, that's the ultimate praise that you can get from a teammate. Draymond can't say nothing to you about your heart no more. The organization already came out and said it was their fault. If you want to rehab in peace and still win chips when you come back and have no weight on your shoulders, which is the reason he went there in the first place.
Yep.
You re-up with Golden State for as long as you can.
Yep. Good point. Very good point.
That's where I would go if I was him. Because you got the utmost clout right now because of that injury.
Yep. I agree.
Blame. So I'll put up a status, right? I put up a status that said NBA doctors. They ruined IT. They tried to get Kawhi. And they sabotaged KD. Right? And then in honesty, it was a satire post. It wasn't like I didn't really mean it, but it was just out there. Like if you're a conspiracy theorist and you want to pull some strings together, that's what it would look like, right? So people coming at me like, KD did that on his own. KD wanted to go out there. He's a competitor. If you're not a competitor, then you wouldn't understand what KD wanted to do. It's all on KD. I understand that. Once you get a glimpse of then you're going to try to help your teammates win a championship. I commend him on that. I mean, when the injury happened, I texted y'all. I was like, look, he gained a little more respect out of me.
Absolutely.
Because he went on that floor. And to me, he knew he wasn't all the way there yet. Your body.
Absolutely.
You know when it feels a little bit off. To me, I think he knew it wasn't all the way there. But since the doctors, I think, felt a certain type of way to get him out there, because if you read between the lines of all the reports, the goal was to get him there by Game 5. Everything else was, Game 1 is too early. We just putting out the smoke screen to, keep Toronto in there. Game 5 was always the game that they wanted him to get back. So if you're the doctors, you're like, okay, well, how do you feel? I feel good. No, are you sure you feel good? Because that last shoot around, it didn't look too, you wasn't moved. I feel good. Just give me a shot. Give me some massages. I feel good. So to me, I feel like, and then so the part that where his mentality comes in on, it's weighing on him. Everybody's like, you gotta help him. You can't let him go out like this. You're a baller. You gotta go out there and help your teammates. He didn't do the Kawhi and say, I ain't gotta do shit. They go out there and play by themselves. Like I'm rehabbing this injury. I know I'm not 100%. Why go out there and risk my health? No, he said I gotta do it. So when he went out there, shit popped. It's on him. It's on him. So but a little bit. I think it's a little bit on the doctors as well because they knew. I think everybody knew that he wasn't 100%. So I think all the blame goes all the way around.
Okay, I don't think we're going to debate about this because I think
it just all is like we just got to get him on the court. I want to be on the court.
Here's the issue that I had with the reporting.
Okay.
It's like it seemed like to me that all the reporting had this like bias to it. Like everybody had these opinions, but they were like changing the reporting. Like this whole like I guess like reading between the lines, right? Mm-hmm. So the original reports that came out, I went back because I was like, I gotta look and see because there's people on. You got Jason Williams talking about it's the Warriors and Jalen. It's the Warrior. You're blaming. Okay, I hear all that, but to me, when I went back and looked, I'm seeing reporting that says nothing that's saying. I didn't see anything that says the target is Game 5. Everything I saw was he's rehabbing, and there was a possibility from the start, there was a possibility that he could get back during the finals. That's all I kept seeing was from the start, there was a possibility. So then Game 1, will he play or won't he play? Game 2, will he? And it was all of this. Then games like 4, going into Game 4, you start hearing reporting that was saying, based on his rehab, he was a lot closer. So now the GM is saying it's very possible that we're going to see in this series. So then that reporting comes out.
That was before Game 3.
That was okay. Yeah, right. So that was after the first 2 games.
Right.
And now he's traveling with the team, which everybody knows in sports. If there is a chance when you're rehabbing with the team, you're closer to returning. Because most of the time, once you get into your rehab where this long term, you're not around the team. LeBron wasn't around the team when he pulled the groin. Kobe, when he tore his, wasn't around the team. He was doing his work every day. They will see him in the building, but if you're on the road, you don't see him. Mm-hmm. So he was traveling with the team.
I'll waste those hours on the road.
Exactly. Right. So clearly, to me, the way I felt was the injury wasn't as serious as his last one, which kept him out for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. So then he's playing Game 5. So now everybody knows, okay, he had a workout. The workout, didn't go according to reports. He didn't look good in his workout. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Then everybody's getting on TV blaming, like Charles Barkley. This is the Warriors. They shouldn't have put him out there. Sometimes you got to protect him against himself. Man, listen, miss me with all that. At the end of the day,
for Clay.
At the end of the day, they did for Clay. And the report is that Clay listened. Mm-hmm. The bottom line to me is that player has the right to say whether he wants to play or not. He understands, like you just said, he knows his body. He knows he's not 100%. He might think he's 80%. Mm-hmm. Fine. But that was the thing. They tried to say it was how the stories got flipped. They did it for Clay. You don't think Clay argued and debated getting back on the court?
Yeah. What was it before the game? He was pleading.
He was pleading, right? Yeah. They did it for Curry with his ankles. You don't think Curry tried to get back early to help his squad? Because that is what they are. They are competitors. They do want to be on the floor. So to me, the GM getting up and saying, if you're going to blame someone, blame me, blame us. That wasn't an open invitation to blame somebody, which I felt like everybody took it that way. I mean, no, this is what he said. He said it. No, but this is what he said. He said, I understand the atmosphere and the culture of today.
Yes.
So that means some of you are going to want to blame. Yeah. So therefore, put it on us.
Right.
Okay. So that's not so. But what I felt like the media, what a lot of guys on ESPN especially tried to do was this. They tried to take that and go, he said blame them, so blame them.
Mm-hmm.
And just disregard totally that KD was involved in this decision.
Mm-hmm.
Then, yes, his mentality, he's soft, he's hearing this, you got to get back, you know. But again, to me, I know he's a little soft in the mind. I get that. But just as many people who are saying, dude, you got to help them, da-da-da-da, there's just as many people saying, the dude's injured, come back when you're ready to come back. So, KD, no, you don't have to listen to the third parties. You like to be a third party sometimes, so I get it. But
if he wouldn't have played and they would have lost this series,
he was injured.
He would have got like.
But
KD put his free agency over his injury.
There's no way to avoid that, though. Like, you're never avoiding that.
Yeah, but in his mind, he's like, no, I'm going to show you how much of a great teammate I am, and I'm going to rush back and play.
Which, to me, supports the narrative that, sir, ultimately, you made the choice.
Yes.
This idea that the doctors
help him make that choice.
Well, to me,
I'm going to play. I feel good. We don't really think, like, that's clear.
That's not helping him. That's
clear me.
That's
okay. All right.
We're clearing you, because
everybody's at fault here.
Yeah, to me, everybody wants to be a cynic. Everybody wants to be skeptical. Oh, there's got to be. If you're gonna blame somebody, I'm blaming KD.
Okay.
He gets the 100% blame because
100.
Oh, 100. Because at the end of the day, you sat there with your trainers, with your doctors, with the team doctors, with your own personal. And all, because these guys got their own personal physicians, and then they got the team doctors, they got themselves. You sat there, your trainer, y'all decided, and I'm sure the final decision rested with you,
because he's a superstar.
Exactly. So what do you want at the end of the day, KD? Here's my best opinion, sir. Here you go. Here's my best opinion. Here you go, trainer. What you think? Okay. Here's information. Even if I say to you, KD, my recommendation is. You don't play.
Yeah.
I want to play.
Okay, so then we'll clear you. That's negligence.
No, that's not negligence.
That's me telling you.
I don't
feel good about it. You telling me as the superstar that I feel like I'm good. I know my body. I'm gonna play. Okay, I trust you. I trust your body. Then I'm gonna go ahead and let you play because I know what this is. Right. I know if I don't let you play right now, we as an organization have a chance to miss this opportunity to win a championship.
That's the cynic in everybody. Call me naive, but I think he got cleared because he got cleared. I think he got cleared, and he knew that even in getting cleared, he got cleared to play. Everybody knows in professional sports, and this is why it was bothering me about the guys on TV.
Okay.
Y'all know y'all been cleared before at 80%. You know you've been cleared at 70%. You know you've done that. You know you've been cleared to play, not cleared full strength. You know you got cleared for game action. And now y'all gonna act like you're not aware of the decision-making process, and we just, this is all on the Warriors. They don't care about the players. You see how they? No, sir, I disagree. Chucky says him playing shows you the love that he has for the team and the game. I agree. I think ultimately
the ultimate club.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But I think this dude's a team guy. I think he wanted to ball out, and I'm sorry. I can be a cynic sometimes. I like that, but sometimes I can't be a cynic.
I like that point of the players that are out there talking, especially a guy like Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Not in his age and the era that he played in, and him being a superstar at that point in time. Him saying I want to play. And back then, not really caring about injuries and
back then you played exactly.
It's like okay, we'll clear you and play.
Yeah,
yeah.
The technology wasn't there. None of that.
Him expounding on that and going on his rant, that was a little much. But I think no, I don't give benefit of the doubt anymore. I can't give them the benefit of the doubt that everybody. I think that's the last case scenario. Like first case scenario. Warriors knew and they cleared him anyway.
But why?
Second case scenario, KD knew and he played anyway. Last case in between all those scenarios is Warriors cleared him. He was perfect. KD knew he was perfect and he played, and this was a freak accident.
No, I don't. So I don't think he was perfect. Here's what I'm saying. I believe that everybody was honest in the situation, and for some reason, again, I think because of the society we live in today, I think everybody wants to be a cynic. And like, why?
You have to blame somebody.
No, but do you?
You have to.
Okay, so blame
That's the world we
KD.
live in.
Right. Okay. So here's my thing. I heard this said on one of the talk shows, and this was the one time I agreed with somebody on the radio. You just said it. When Steph was injured, they were careful.
Mm-hmm.
Clay injured, careful. Why be different now? Why all of a sudden are the doctors not careful? There's this thought that, oh well, he's leaving anyway. We need to get everything we can get out. Why?
Because they're down 3-1.
So what?
That makes a lot of difference.
No, why can't doctors just be true doctors? Why can't they just be doctors and say
they're team doctors?
So what?
They're team doctors.
But there's that cynic. That's the cynic in us. Yes, we know that in the past there have been team doctors that have made decisions on behalf of the team.
Isaiah Thomas.
Exactly. But Grant Hill, you played, bruh. Okay? So at the end of the day, knowing that, why does every set of team doctors have to be team first? Why can't these guys be honest doctors that said, listen, this man had a calf injury and that boy is good to go and he can operate and function, and then he decided, bet, let's ride.
It don't seem right.
We'll never get the answer to the question.
We won't get the answer to the question because, like, the reporting was like he didn't even play into the day before the game, like 3-on-3. He didn't even go through a rigorous scrimmage to get ready.
Right.
Like 3-on-3 is not a full court. I'm gonna play hard.
Right.
And once he got into that boy, he not thinking about it. He just in there rocking.
Right.
And then it popped.
Right.
So I just think there were steps missed along the way that could have been helped thoroughly test this from happening. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then from that point, it's like, we need you. You want to play. We want you to play. You feel like you're okay? We're going to take your word for it, and let's just throw him out there, and hopefully he's still KD. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, ooh, we know he about to pop it, but we need this title, so let's go ahead and throw him out there anyway. I'm not saying it's overly corrupt. I'm just saying things can be swayed into the moment. Like, we can be captured in that moment of, we're in the middle of a great game, our best player goes down. And we just looking back like, is he ready yet? Is he ready?
Is he coming back?
Is he ready?
Yeah, it happened to us.
We go
talk. Dude.
We'll go talk to him like, hey, how you feeling? No pressure. But in my head, it's like, I hope you get your ass back on this field. It's just nature. It's just natural.
We're not putting somebody back out with a risk of with a known risk of.
No, but if he gets up and says, I feel good, you're gonna take his word for it.
But the trainer's
and the EMT's gonna clear.
The EMT's gotta say, and he is good.
Right.
That's gotta happen. The EMT's gotta say, no, he's good. Because if he says I feel good and he's stumbling, I expect that EMT to be like, nah, coach, this ain't. Hold on. Like, because it's gotta be him first. Like, he ain't. That's a good example, but then they're too young to make that decision. Listen, at the end, I gotta blame KD.
Okay.
Because
I think it's 50-50.
It's KD's.
You got 100% KD. I got 50-50.
Yeah. All this other stuff that I kept hearing is, oh, it's just the Warriors. I'm thinking like,
yeah, I don't think they were.
Then they tried to
very malicious.
Yeah. Then they tried to change the story, and didn't see how KD posted, and it didn't come from the Warriors. No. There's a story after he posted in the hospital bed after his surgery.
Right.
There's a story that this is evidence that KD's operating separate than the Warriors, and they didn't agree, and that he's in this situation because of them. Like,
no,
that's a stretch.
What I took from
that's him
because I was looking up,
letting us know.
Yeah, I was looking at SportsCenter, NBA, and Woj to get the official breaking news.
Right.
I was looking for that, and then when it came from KD, my thought was, okay, he just wanted to let everybody know.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Yeah,
that's how I took. Okay, well, I blame KD.
It's a 50-50 prospect for me. All right, so when he went down, I'm not gonna say I liked it. I understand why the fans cheer.
YouTube Academy Sports Show. I'm shutting my Facebook off.
I understand why they cheer. I think everybody in the world understands why they cheer, and then had to be told to be classy. So I'm not mad at Raptors fans for that. I understand it.
Bush League.
Really?
Bush League.
But you understand it,
Bush
though.
League.
Right, come on.
Bush League. You don't do that.
You don't.
You don't
understand.
Listen,
you don't, but I understand.
We've seen.
We want a title. All right, let's bring it back.
You see dogs go down like that. You don't cheer when a man gets up to bed. He can barely walk.
You don't.
I don't understand.
You don't.
I can't relate.
You don't. But you know why. I understand.
I know why.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You understand.
I'm not giving them a pass for that. No, they're not giving them a pass.
All right, so no KD for the rest of this series. You don't got to worry about when he's coming back because torn Achilles, he's not coming back.
He's injured now.
No time this year. So now, as we move forward, we're looking at Game 6 of the NBA Finals. It is the last game in Oracle. We are in Oakland, and the Golden State Warriors are down 3-2. Pretty much Toronto has dominated all quarters of this series. How do you see the game going now that there's no, in the back of our mind, KD's coming back, that Toronto finishes them off? Or what's Toronto's mindset? What is Golden State's mindset? Are they emotionally available for this game?
Well, shoot, they don't have a choice. They better be. It's going to be hard. It's definitely difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You made it through Game 5. Minus KD, at that moment. And I've never seen two regular players walk off with an injured player. How Iguodala and Steph went with him to the locker room. Definitely, like you said, newfound respect for him and for that team to see that togetherness. At the end of the day, they better find something. They're at home, so you shouldn't be concerned with the emotion part of it because you're going to ride that energy from your fans. This is one of those situations where I've done you've beaten me up, and I've gone with the Warriors because you've beaten me up, and I've been bruised and beaten, and every time I pick against them, they find a way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been saying all this series, they're going to find a way. To me, even if they had Clay and Steph, they can make it happen. Tonight, though, sir, I see this being a close game because I feel like I got to go with my feeling that the defending champs are the defending champs, and y'all not going to go out like no punks, and you're going to play well at home, and it's going to be tight. My outcome of this game tonight, Raptors. Raptors win. I've been bruised. I've learned to pick the Warriors no matter what.
No matter what.
I'm admitting that.
No matter what, you pick the Warriors.
But at this point, the emotions, the KD's back, because when he didn't just come back, y'all, he came back to hit like 4 threes. Then he tore his Achilles.
11 points in 10 minutes.
Yeah, like
ain't talking smack.
Yeah, it wasn't just he kind of was a shell of himself.
Right.
No, this man came back and bought and had them riding good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just don't know how you get back to that point. Because now we've seen some things over a course of games that scare me about the Warriors. And the main things for me is just 2 things. And this was the things about them in 16 when the Cavs won.
Mm-hmm.
They turn the ball over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 16, the formula was slow them down. When they turn it over, you got to capitalize. And Tristan had to control the boards, but they were really rebound by committee. Brown was having triple-double, so he was giving you 10 to 15 rebounds a night too.
Right.
So they control the boards. Kevin Love, they control the boards. And then you don't let them run out on you. So that means you got to take smart shots. Toronto has defended. They've rebounded. Their others have been consistent, not just home guys and not away guys.
Right.
And their big-time players have made the big-time plays, and they've done it at their tempo because they haven't slowed it down. They've actually pressed the tempo, but they don't take bad shots.
106.
Yeah. They don't take bad shots. They take good shots.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you take good shots against this team and you make them, and then they turn it and they don't rebound well, they are beatable on any night.
Right.
When you try to run out with them and take bad shots, and then they hit 3, 3, 3, and you're down 10 all of a sudden, now you're in trouble. And even when they jumped out, they were up 14 in the last game, but then they start turning the ball over again. You look up at halftime, it's close again.
Right.
If Golden State to win tonight, your people got to be your people. Stop turning the ball over and rebound the ball a little bit. That's it. If not, and it hasn't been, we haven't seen this at all in the first 5 games. They have turned it over 11, 12, 14, 15, 16 times. I'm sorry, man. I'm calling it. Raptors. I would love to see Game 7, but
listen,
Raptors tonight, y'all. It's a wrap.
You know, if the Raptors win, I just want to hear that Drake album because it's gonna be fire. That's what I want right there.
Oh my God.
But listen, I think one of the greatest wrinkles that they've done is because we talked about the let out and everything like that, right?
Oh, good Lord.
We talked about the let out, and we talked about we talked about I think the best thing is when they shoot their shots, especially Golden State. Golden State is a great second shot team, right?
Yep.
Van Fleet and those guys, they're not crashing for boards.
No.
They stay right there. I got a handful of Steph jersey. I got a handful of Clay jersey. I'm not going for no boards. I'll let my bigs get the boards. You're not getting that second pop 3 on me. You're not banging on me.
Right.
So I think Nick Nurse's attention to the finer details are doing a great job of not having them get them second chance points.
Yep.
Not having them get those runouts. And when you have such an efficient star like Kawhi Leonard, it does help for you not to take bad shots. Because on the good side of it is, if you're Toronto, all your shots are either just bad rotation, open threes. Fred VanVleet gets his threes like that. Kyle Lowry gets his threes like that. Or you're getting driving kicks with Kawhi, and Siakam and Ibaka are just getting bunnies. So they're being very, very they're doing very good on offense and on defense.
Yeah.
So I think, like you said, the main thing is all the adjustments have to come from Golden State. You got to shoot the ball better. You got to get great ball movement. Draymond has to knock a couple threes down. We've been saying that every single game, and it hasn't happened yet.
Every game.
DeMarcus has to play. All these guys have to have great games just for you to be in the game.
Do you trust it?
I am beaten down, sir. I am picking Golden State no matter what. No matter what, I'm always picking Golden State.
Wow.
And I believe in Game 6 Clay.
You believe in Game 6 Clay?
I believe in Game 6 Clay.
So I'm picking the Raptors tonight. Because I just don't think the Warriors have where are you gonna get it from? And you're picking you're that beaten down to where even the eye test is telling you.
The eye test is telling me to go with the Raptors.
Okay.
Still picking Golden State.
Gotcha.
I'm picking Golden State 117, 110 for free throws. You?
All right, so 117, 110 is your pick.
Yep, Golden
State. I want to see a Game 7. I really do. Like I want to feel like I've been beaten down enough to where it's gonna come true, and my beaten down is worthy of that, and they win tonight. Toronto 108, Golden State 102. I just think Golden State they're run out of gas.
And as soon as they win, Drake drops a fire album.
Because you all those things you just said, can all of those, you think they can happen.
Perfect storm, right?
Perfect storm at home. Like if there's gonna happen, it can happen at home.
Yeah. I trust it. All right. I think that's it. I think we covered all the bases. So with that said, let me go a step further. Let's say you're wrong. Let's say I'm right. Game 7.
Game 7.
You still picking Toronto? Game 7 atmosphere in Canada?
No. If this makes it 7, I'm picking Golden State because then I will believe that Toronto can't recover from Game 5.
Okay.
So, because you guys were up 9, right? The Raptors were up. They were up 9 with a couple minutes. Matter of fact, we were texting and say, "Yeah, this is over," because you just felt it, like Kawhi, bang, bang.
He's in a rhythm.
You know, it's like,
and then timeout, coach.
Yeah.
Let me take you out of rhythm.
What was that? So like, absolutely, like if Golden State, and that goes against the theory of the best man on the floor, because right now Kawhi has been the best player on the floor.
Yes.
So and normal,
we've seen great teams be great players.
Yes, we have, but normally in Game 7 you ride with the great player.
You do.
But if this gets to Game 7, which we wouldn't be back on live yet, our next conversation with you all will be after this series is over, and we are in the doldrums of summer sports, Women's World Cup. But if it gets to Game 7, then yeah, I would go with the Warriors, because now I'm going with the defending champs, and now I feel like now the pressure's back on Toronto, and now that's the unknown. Is y'all ain't never been here before.
No.
And when you have been in these pressure-packed situations where you needed to win, playoff Lowry ain't been the best player in the world. So, I would rather go to State.
Do you trust? Not trust. Would you be disappointed with the Toronto Raptors being the NBA champions?
Yes. It just doesn't sound right. Yep. I have no legitimate reason besides it don't sound right. The Raptors are the champions.
Toronto Raptors.
Yep.
Are your 2018, 2019 NBA champions? Get your Toronto Raptors gear here. You know, the NBA commercial?
I would feel some type of way. My mom came in and was like, "Who are you rooting for?" And I was like, "I want the Warriors to win, because I don't want the Raptors to get a championship." Like the Raptors. Yeah, for many years, we were so used to abusing that team. I don't want to see them be successful now. Because then I got to be that guy. Like, the only reason you have it is because LeBron went to the West.
Right. LeBron, Kawhi came for a year, got you a championship,
and dipped.
And you're cool with that. And you're cool with that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but we champions though.
Right.
And then your opening day ceremony, you gotta wait till you play
him.
Clippers to give him his ring.
Yep. I told JoJo that's how it goes, buddy.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm known for hedging, and so I'm not gonna hedge. I do want it to be said. I do want to see a Game 7. Like, I feel the beaten to a pulp. Just root for the Warriors, but I'm trying to be an analyst on a sports show.
You are.
And go with my eyes. And I'm sorry, bro. Like, I've been watching them and going, Steph, why did you pack? What? Why you keep turning? Like, I'm getting frustrated. Like, I'm a fan. Tony Frost. Or I'm sorry, a true Warriors fan.
Is that the clip I post? So I think last game they did a good job of both Clay and Steph playing together, being aggressive.
Yes.
Like, they came off and they was just shooting. Like, I expect them to keep doing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
If you're the Toronto Raptors, you want Boogie and Draymond to beat you. So
correct.
Those guys gotta shoot. You can't shoot air balls to start the game. You got to knock some down. You got to take a dribble step forward. You got to make the right pass. Because back in those Cleveland days, Iguodala, he was getting boards and doing all the other things and defensive stopping. He's not the same person.
Right.
Livingston was coming in, giving Steph good time off.
Right.
They're not those guys anymore.
Those guys. Quinn Cook is the guy you need to step up.
Right. Somebody who's been cut 5 times already in his career is now a vital part. You know. So.
And let's be clear, they don't need to be superstars either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just have to
play their role
at the right moments. Like, you don't even need Boogie to give you 20.
Yeah.
You just need Boogie to give you like an and one.
You need them to beat Toronto.
A 3-ball. Yeah. Like, you just need
all them guys know their role.
A moment.
Ibaka comes in.
Boom.
He gives you 9 blocks.
Yes.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Just give.
Marcus Gasol comes in.
It could be 10 points. But it's just when you got them and how you got them. The energy you came in and you were a spark. That spark can be a 4-minute window, but it just helps you get to the next moment when Clay and Steph do their thing again.
And you just got to be the Warriors in that third quarter.
That's it.
You got to be the Warriors.
We haven't seen that.
You got to be the Warriors. Bang, come on. Bang, bang, bang.
But give them some credit, because them boys did come back from 9 down the other night.
The ATO run when they, game 2?
Yes. Game
The
3.
18-0 run, you just gotta keep that going.
That game ended up being close too.
Yeah, that's another
Because
thing.
you keep
You gotta
turning
have
the
the stamina
ball
to keep
over.
it going.
Stop turning the ball over.
You miss your pace guy at that point. You miss the guy that can
The
just,
guy that's just gonna keep you there.
Yeah, like, hey, we got this lead. Kevin, just keep it going.
Unfortunately, like he was doing at the beginning of the game.
All right. So, like Joe said, we'll see you guys after the finals. We'll see who the champion is after that, and dissect whether it's a dynasty or if Kawhi is truly the dynasty killer. That and more on the next Academy Sports Show.
Sounds.
We love our sponsor, Academy Sports Show. One is Vaughn's Plumbing, both licensed in the shore. Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices. Whether it's just getting to cold waterproofing or daily home services, call the man.
313-304-7786.
VaughnsPlumbing.com also gives you the map of the areas that they service, as well as the quotes of the prices of the services that they provide. But we request that you just call
313-304-7786.
that man right there is the real MVP. Yeah.
Also, don't forget, if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, lease, or invest in real estate, or you're looking for a career change, call my man Nick Bowers and his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. Let the home team help you with your real estate needs. Go to their website at www.thehometeamusa.com or check them out on Facebook at The Home Team. The Home Team, a team you can depend on. Call my man Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. Again, that's Nick at 586-634-9419. KW Lakeside, the home team. Don't forget, you can follow us on Academy Sports Show, at Academy Sports Show on Facebook, at Academy Sports Show on Instagram. Also, check us out on YouTube at Academy Sports Show. Make sure you click the bell. Make sure you click the subscribe on Facebook. Make sure you click the follow on Instagram. All of those are the ways that you know when we are doing what we are doing. We go live usually every Thursday. You can find us. If not, you'll find us at some point during the week because we have the flexibility with our own studio. But you can find us here. We are live every week, giving you our thoughts on what is going on in the sports world, in the city of Detroit, or throughout the nation. Also, don't forget, sometimes you can follow us in our Facebook Live feeds as well, but we continue to shut those down so we can get everybody over into our live feed on YouTube. Don't forget to hit us up at Academy Sports Show with 2 S's at gmail.com. If you want to sponsor or get it redone, we can shout you out on our show. Also, we appreciate everybody joining us in podcast land. So if you listen to us now and it is the weekend, you missed us live. You can find us next week if you just set that alert on YouTube. But if you like listening to us on podcast, which we know a lot of you do, we thank you very much for all the likes that you give us. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the sharing that you're doing. Keep doing that for us. We appreciate it as always. You can find us if you've never listened to us on podcasting. If you have an Android, you can follow us on the SoundCloud app. You just go to SoundCloud.com or download the SoundCloud app in your app store. And you can look us up, Academy Sports Show, Academy Sports Podcast, or you can look us up on iTunes, the Purple app on your iPhone. And you can download the podcast app. You can find us there. We are on both. Every time we post, we will let you know. You'll get an alert to let us know you're there. Big shout out.
Do you think?
To the home team representing my alma mater tonight. Michigan Wolverines baseball team is in the College World Series starting on Saturday, 2 o'clock against, ironically, Texas Tech. How about that? Interesting enough. But big shout out to the Michigan baseball team. We are in Michigan, so we do shout out our teams that are doing their thing. So big shout out to the Michigan baseball team. Good luck in the World Series, and I hope you guys bring home a national championship because then I can just rep a little harder. That's about I'm already repping enough.
All right. Shout out my son for graduating.
Yeah, AJ.
Had to give him a little love.
Graduated kindergarten. First grade. Let's go.
All right. On behalf of myself, my name is Douglas Joel Williams.
Have a great week. See you guys. Enjoy the finals.